Wow. Great timing, Scruffy. I didn't see you there. I think you just got there. So I'm on time. So yeah, heated up quite a bit today, huh? Though it's still a lot cooler than last heat wave. So today was getting uncomfortable, but I wouldn't say we're at the miserable level yet. Maybe tomorrow. Today and tomorrow is supposed to be the hottest of this current wave. I don't think it actually got quite as hot as they predicted today. Kind of hoping the same thing happens tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, well, bring out your food, okay? Scruffy hissed at me at lunch. So let's see. Yep, there's that hiss again. I was just starting to kneel down. Wasn't even looking at Scruffy. Don't know why you hiss, Scruffy. Way over there. We do this every night. So yeah, it's hotter today. Kind of sweating. The house is really hot. Could be a lot worse though, so I'm grateful for that. I stayed in today. So my legs are kind of tired, and if I were to go out, so I'd probably do a bike ride today. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. So it's unclear today if today or tomorrow is supposed to be hotter. The forecast keeps changing on me. If I fed Scruffy a little earlier and then went for a bike ride, it might be okay. But I have to leave earlier than this. It's my ride would get me back after dark if I left now. There's not enough sunlight left. I hate riding in the dark, and technically the park closes. So originally I think they closed, like I said, a half hour after sunset. But I think they've been closing it earlier than that. So as sunset approaches, I think they actually start closing. Because I remember, I think it was before the big rainstorm, so winter was coming, or had just arrived. And I think I remember seeing a pickup truck with a bullhorn telling everyone to leave the park while there was still a little bit of sun left. And of course, this is a winter time, so the park's closing actually much earlier than it would now, since the day is longer right now. But yeah, just to beat the heat, I need to go later. Ideally, catch it when the sun's gone. but still enough twilight to get back. Well, my last ride, I noticed I took another look at the creek. So I've been because the trail to the top has been closed. I've been looking for alternate routes. Unfortunately, there's still a bunch of trails that are still closed. They've been reopening a few, so I've been kind of checking them out. They're not my favorite trails, though. But there's one trail that goes further up where the creek source is, or one of the sources anyway. And what's funny is, yeah, this further up trail actually has a lot more water. Now you'd think that's normal, but for this creek it's actually not, because normally this creek seems to be drier further up, and then somewhere later a bunch of water gets into the creek somehow. So I'm thinking the surrounding mountainsides are contributing water somehow, and the primary water source is actually not necessarily the upstream. And then usually through the years you go further downstream and there's still water in the stream, in the creek. But what I'm noticing now is when I go downstream, it's drying up more and more. So a lot of places that used to have water in the creek are now completely dry. It's just like a sand bed now. But if I go upstream, there's actually a bunch of water, higher levels than I've seen in recent memory. At least compared seasonally adjusted anyway. And yeah, so it's bizarre for this creek because this creek's bizarre because upstream usually has no water and downstream has water, but which is completely backwards. But yeah, I think there's a lot of I'm guessing there's some sort of runoff or something that comes from the surrounding mountainsides. So as you go further or more downstream, they're feeding into that creek. Though it's not obvious, you can't really see any direct runoff. So I'm thinking it's just seeping through the ground or something into the creek. There's no obvious water source visibly on the surface. So I think I'll get Scruffy's food a little bit early. Okay, let's get your food. So when Scruffy left today at lunch, so he didn't completely finish the bowl of food, so there are a couple pieces of kibble under the balls. And he left, and he, instead of walking around the table as he normally does, or well, he goes one direction, down the deck or the other direction. Today he actually went under the table, and I think he used the under the table to take a shortcut. I don't think he's ever done that before. He usually doesn't go under the table when he's done eating. I thought that was notable. Not sure why he did that. When I got up to leave, I actually did check out the other side, and I saw, yeah, he was grooming himself on the other side of the table. I'm done. So he just used it as a shortcut. So yeah, it was different today. But other than that, yeah, I guess. Well, I wouldn't say conventional. He hissed at me, which I guess is normal, but the better lunch is he doesn't hiss. Not when I come to the door. Okay, well, bring out your food then. It's starting to warm up. It's supposed to get hotter than yesterday. I haven't done anything yet. He hissed at me. Yeah. So I haven't even kneeled down yet. I'm gonna kneel down. So get the food on the table. And fix your plate. Plate was fell off. Get the water. That was a hiss. You're weird. I'm petting you and you hiss at me. Which, with the proper response be to run away. Looks like you've been in the bushes again. See, debris stuck to your fur. Okay, now you're getting into it. So yeah, you got a lot of debris in your back here. Okay, let's get your food. Tonight's dinner is hearty cuts with real chicken and beef, kibble, and rotisserie chicken scraps. This afternoon, later this afternoon, I did some pull-ups out on the side of the house, and I saw Scruffy from a distance. He was sound asleep on the edge of the deck. He didn't notice me at first. Then after a while, I think he heard me. He woke up and he looked at me. He didn't get up, but yeah, he was just kind of watching me. I was done with a set, and I was going back in the house because it was so hot. I thought the house was much cooler. But when I came back out, Scruffy had moved somewhere where I couldn't see him. So Scruffy likes his privacy. Doesn't like it when I can see him, even though we're like 100 feet away or more. So let's see. Oh yeah, so anyway, the creek. Yeah, so there's more water further upstream now, but for downstream, yeah, it's completely dried up much sooner than I've ever seen it. Usually, as far as I can remember, there's always been water in these sections I'm looking at, and now it's just completely dry. It looks like sand. I'm not sure why that would happen, so I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm just guessing, speculating. So I'm wondering if all the extra water that we got this last winter changed something in the creek bed, where maybe it forced it to be, it dislodged something or loosened something in the earth, so it became more absorbent. Maybe because it's been so dry for so long, maybe it's like packed earth, and all the water that we got maybe loosened things up, so now it's more absorbent. And and now because it's more absorbent, all the water disappeared. Another idea is maybe all the water that we got allowed a whole bunch of plants and roots to grow that weren't there before. So maybe there's so many new plants or roots just sucking up all the water downstream. I don't think there was any construction or engineering done to the creek to change the water flow in the time period. So I'm guessing all the changes had to have been natural. Okay, Scruffy actually did a good job cleaning the bowl this time. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.